Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly podcast, Monday Motivation Podcast, that is. No more excuses. Yes, this is your host, Sandi Ballard. Looking forward to you guys connecting with me on social media, Twitter and Instagram, Taskmaster Sandi, Sandi with an I. Facebook is the Growing Forward Success Coaching Facebook page. And LinkedIn, always a good place. And appreciate you listening, sharing, because sharing is caring. Last week I went in fast, and that's the way it should be, right? Right to the point. No dancing around, because we all have limited time, right? Last week, the last couple weeks were about habits, because they take a while to become part of your life. Like I said last week, they're hard to break bad habits, and it's hard to keep good habits, especially when it's attached to a big shift or change in your life. 2 weeks ago, so that'd be podcast 127, I challenged you to create a habit, a healthier habit, and then practice it. And last week, podcast 128, I asked how you did. And the result, I tried and, right? I tried and versus I tried but. So did you quit? Did you go back to your old ways? Did you do most of the time or 100%? And I want to know the result. I tried and. Shifting from I tried but, I tried and this is what happened. If you did not do that, go back to podcast 128 and make sure you do that. And then try it and. So one client I had mentioned rewarded herself. She said to me, I tried and I did more than I expected. Once I got going, I saw progress. I felt good. I was so excited because it inspired me, and it inspired me to do more. That was what she messaged me. I loved it. She was killing it, and the result was that she changed her mindset on her priorities. She saw how frustrated she was with the clutter in her personal life and how it was affecting her business. So my role was the champion and to champion her. Not the champion. I am the champion. My role is to champion her and also make sure she wasn't avoiding anything. Make sure she wasn't missing business opportunities by focusing so much on this personal part of her life. And, many times it can go the other way. Many times people get so excited about something in their business that they ignore or avoid or just not focus on as much of the personal side. Entrepreneurs can do that. Sometimes they get caught up and they get really excited about something because it's passion, right? It's what keeps you going. I actually had a client who hadn't ever really networked. This was a few years ago. She hated it. In her mind, it was like it was not going to work. She didn't know all the people I didn't realize she was so introverted because she was so great one-on-one or in small groups. We've all had bad experiences networking, but I got her to go. I convinced her to go with me, and then she started making some other connections and started going on her own, and boom, she was going to everything she could. 1 foot out of her comfort zone, and she changed her mind completely, and then kind of went off a little bit too much. Through some conversations and observations that she and I had, it came out that other aspects of the business and some personal things were getting left behind. I hate to use the term balance because it's subjective, but you have to look at all of things that are going on. How you overcompensate in one area because you're overdoing in one area because you're compensating for something in another area, or you're avoiding all those bullshit tactics that I can see through. So it was great to see her so excited and change her mind about something and really jump in and grab a hold of it. In this case, she lost control of other things. She had no process set up for follow-up with all these people she had met. No one set up to take care of some of the chores at home. So that became a stressor. She started thinking about everything that wasn't getting done because she had had this newfound love or this newfound focus. So I've had a few clients do that, men and women. And it's definitely something you've got to watch out for. And that's the reason why it's so good to have a coach or some form of accountability partner. Because, too much of a good thing, right? So habits, love them and be careful. It's great to be challenged. And yes, if you haven't signed up for yet, my 100 Days to Finish Strong challenge, but most challenges are there to help you get going. And I think in end of last week's podcast, I said all the ones I had seen across for I guess over the years, it's all at the beginning of the year. It's a new year, new you. Well, then what happens when shit goes sideways at day 75 or day 175 when the quote-unquote challenge is over? What gets you back on track, motivated to finish strong and not quit? Not just say, there's next year. Oh, that didn't work, but, right? So to keep trying, what will help you keep trying and make as much progress as possible? And that's why I created this challenge. So looking at that, going back to my client where she jumped all in the networking, what is something that you've tried, or maybe with this challenge I've posted to you about creating the new habit, did you try it and it was great, but things got left by the wayside? Or think about a time in your life where you got so excited about something, jumped all in, and didn't realize the world was crashing behind you. So you've got to be careful. Yes, I'm pushing you to try new things and do that, but also do it with caution, making sure that you're not doing it, like I said, to avoid, or just that you're so passionate that you forget. You've got to create some sort of plan to handle things you can no longer do, right? Delegate, perhaps? So, again, we're getting closer to February. Lord, yes we are, but September 23rd. September 23rd is the last 100 days. I want to challenge you all to do something, pick up something where you left off with these habits, with these new boundaries, and clear communication and expectations. What's something now that you can move forward to and say, whoop, I stopped doing that. I was really wanting to do this at the beginning of the year. So I've asked many times, what's something you've always wanted to do but haven't? What's something you can do in the next 100 days, starting September 23rd, that I can help you finish strong? Check out my challenge, 100 Days to Finish Strong. Obviously, if you don't sign up, I'll still be here. But let me help you figure that out. Let me help you finish that year strong. And I want to hear from you, sballard@growingforward.biz, about a time where you did go all in and other shit went sideways. I'd love to hear stuff like that. Or maybe you went all in and it changed your life forever. All right? There's always two sides to the story, right? So I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to kicking off this challenge with you on September 23rd, but you got to get signed up by September 22nd, all right? And 5 people to use the code Finish Strong get $25 off this challenge. It's $100. It's basically $1 a day for you. So cut out 2 lunches a month, and it covers it, right? Your monthly monthly fee kind of thing. So look at doing that. I want to hear from you about your challenge or about the time where you went all in your habit and you thought you were just killing it and shit went sideways. And again, all in, and it changed your life. sballard@growingforward.biz. Have a great week. Cheers.